Since the beginning of time, changes have occurred. An entire universe created. Stars, planets, solar systems, all directly connected to a change that happened a long time ago. We as humans who live on planet Earth owe our very existence to these changes. Therefore, we must accept change, maybe even help it along a little. Space travel, cell phones, microwaves, nuclear science, and pop music are just a few things listed without specific order that have come a long way since 1973. A road paved with drug abuse, bad intentions, unhealthy sex practice, and poor leadership. Humans are now forced to desperately search for change at any level. Born on March 22nd, 1973, Randall Boyd was delivered to Peggy and Edward Boyd, who on the surface appeared normal to Chicago's suburban community. But things are seldom what they seem. On July 16th, 1975, Peggy Boyd turned herself over to local authorities. Peggy confessed to conspiring against the United States by leaking top-secret information to communist Cuba.
Peggy was a believer. UFOs. Extraterrestrials. Well, Peggy believed that after the whole Roswell incident, the US Secret Service learned a new technology. Massive mind control on a global scale. Peg was asked to stop by the state hospital to take a few tests. And well, having to raise Randall alone, I had to take a job as a middle school band teacher. It's just that some sacrifices had to be made in supporting a child as special as Randall.
Special? Perhaps. At school, Randall had a rough time fitting in with the rest of the children. He lacked the physical strength necessary for competition in any sport and was ridiculed for the fact that he was colorblind.
Dum dum, diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum, diddle dum dum.
Growing up friendless, Boyd was forced to find his creative side early in life. At the age of 9, Boyd developed a love for painting, but was ridiculed by his father for the abstract nature of his art. Classmates remember Randall as a young, sophisticated student
Brilliant.
who aspired to become a success.
Sam, can you pick up the microphone,
Randall Boyd
please?
was so much smarter than the rest of us. We just didn't know it then.
Randall Boyd. You know, I knew a Rhonda Boyd back when I was in high school. She was always hitting on me. But I was way too boy crazy for all that.
Rhonda was Randall.
Oh. Rhonda was a boy.
Boyd tried acting his sophomore year in the high school's presentation of The Dog Sled Racer. He auditioned for the lead part of Ivan, the Russian, but was rejected. Instead, Boyd landed the part of sled dog number 3. Boyd's genius was misunderstood, as was true of so many before him.
I remember Randall Boyd. He had to be the animal, but then he had a very good teacher. I taught him everything I know from my method, the Meisner method.
Isn't there already a Meisner technique?
Yeah, but I spell mine with a Y.
And how does that differ, the technique?
Acting came naturally to me. As a child, I played these imaginary games.
What kind of games?
That's not important.
After high school, Boyd began art classes at a major suburban community college, where he found a love for what he called toaster art. In college, Boyd was respected for his bold and exciting ideas in the stacking and welding of toasters and toaster accessories.
He gave those machines a voice, freedom, an identity. He gave them a past, a present, a future, a culture. He gave them life.
A life they themselves never knew they wanted.
Right. They didn't cry out, "Help me. Yeah. Help me. Help me." They didn't cry out, "Help me." No. I have very sensitive senses, you know. There's a broad perspective involved for a variety of different reasons. Challenges, you know, knowing the key player.
Yeah, it's true. Boyd did weld toasters together.
You know, the usual suspects love usual answers, and it's not as simple as who or when, but why and how. Maybe.
I can really see the symbolism of impotence in your work.
Symbolism of importance. He's right. My work is important.
But the nature of the beast bore heavy atop Boyd's shoulders. He soon became bored with the monotony of his toaster creations.
There has to be more out there,
he thought. There had to be more out there.
I felt betrayed by my creations. They're like injured animals. I couldn't even look at them. I couldn't sleep because of these dreams. Dreams. I'm in a vacant parking lot, surrounded by a pack of vicious hounds. When I try to escape, they attack, ripping out my throat, dragging my limp body to a hole in the ground, where Ronald Reagan uses tiny silverware to feast slowly upon my corpse. Anyway, I knew there was only one way out. I think music.
As founder and lead vocals, Boyd created the math rock band Architects of the Future. And so dawned the horizon of new beginnings for Boyd, a medium suited for the creator, music.
Strong black. I respected him for that. He drank my respect for him and talked something. I sat there stupid and respected him.
I was dedicated, am dedicated to making music that's brutally honest.
Yeah, they played manic anthems.
My music creates structures where beauty and violence share common ground.
How did the band come to be?
We saw an ad in the paper for a band that was looking to be named Architects of the Future.
My lyrics tend to be expertly designed. Difficult levels, multi-sensory, reinforce, strengthen. Sometimes the languages of humans can't contain my passion.
Their nervousness in their instrument play caused me to want to do great bodily harm to myself. The music, of course the music was a definite driving force behind everything. But the lyrics seemed soft and limp, but was definitely unique. So unique that I wanted to pull my hair out, run screaming down the alleyway. They should never, never, ever, 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 ever record.
The music scene just wasn't ready for Architects of the Future.
What happened to the band?
You're not feeling it. You're not feeling the importance of this piece. You guys, if you can't fucking dedicate your lives to something bigger and better, fucking doors open.
We had a bit of a falling out, you might say. Yeah.
Hey, we can still work this out.
Fuck off, dick.
cut. After I quit the band, I realized it was my bandmates that were dragging the impact of my lyrics down. Lyrics without music is poetry.
Boyd took individual responsibility as a human being to empower others toward global change.
Boyd's words are like birds. Oh, sorry. Order! Sorry, computer. Didn't mean to shake you. He has to feed them, love them, nurse them, and set them free so that others may learn of his generosity. Do I deliver to the camera or just wherever?
Yeah. Boyd's poetry is driven by some inner yearning.
As a poet, I asked myself, how can I, as an artist, contribute to the betterment of all humanity? Again, in the light that life and art are one and the same. You understand.
Most of the time, I don't have the slightest clue what he's talking about. I mean, do you?
While lost in the desert, I dreamt of you. Sand. Your body tanned. Hot. I love the way you feel in my pants. You pretend to ignore me. Oh, these games we play. My giant kitty litter box. Who's my giant kitty litter box? I think you know.
People need to be told how to live, how to eat, when to sleep. They're pack animals. They need these set guidelines, helps them feel comfortable, helps them relate. Otherwise, how would they start conversation? They need to hear things like, oh, my wife cooked a meatloaf for dinner last night, or I got to bed late last night, or Georgia. Really like the poem you wrote just for her. But you see, poetry is a form of expression that lacks visual stimulation, you know, with the eyes. So in order to enter the subconscious visually, I had to abandon poetry altogether and find another way. Path. Another pathway.
And then it happened. One day, as the crushed and artistically crippled Boyd arrived at his apartment complex, he noticed the parking lot unusually empty. Boyd, for the first time in months, felt free.
It felt almost like flying. I spotted a parking space toward the far end of the lot.
Sniff it, sniff it.
A very lonely space. I decided to complete that space in which I feel this new form of art is, well, all about.
Boyd backed his vehicle into that space.
My father remarked on the careless movements my car made in the process of parking.
If you call three-point parking an art, then there's none better than Randall. There you go, Mr. Peg. We know how to have fun. Aye. Survival of the fittest. Aye. Go ahead, my little man meat.
Through a book instead of the world.
So now that your parking vision has materialized, I guess the question everyone is asking is, what's next for Randall Boyd?
I'll keep on designing complicated parking schemes until she notices me.
What?
Oh, I'll keep on until every soul feels the impact of this new form of art. So that maybe one day we as humans can come together and let the language of objects lead us.
Ever since my birth, I've been
Up here.
on planet
Hello.
Earth. I am not the first. I am not the worst. I hate men's cologne and women's perfume.
Quiet on the fucking set.
I hate makeup too. I wanna take
Sweep
that stuff away into outer space where everything is black and no one's hooked on crack. There's no such thing as facts. No, nothing is new except for me and you. And the things that we do, including sniffing glue, geometry. You almost got the best of me. And algebra, I never will use you. When I write, I hold my left eye closed. On my right eye gets nude. And I fall in love with food. People from France are rude, or at least the ones who work. I guess when you're a clerk, you turn into a jerk. But that's the way it works here on planet Earth.
Smash in buildings, knock signboards over, and break windows all over town.